But I got to ask you, for you growing up, who are some of your favorite football players?
Man, I would say I'm named after Walter Payton, so never got to watch him, but that's one for sure. Devin Hester, watching him I was just outside of Chicago, so he's
Okay.
one. And then later in my life, Kirk Cousins has been a guy. I went to Michigan
Okay.
State. I was recruited by the same coach that he played for, and that was who he kind of compared me to. So I've always paid close attention to him.
I love it, man. So, just if I didn't know anything about the quarterback position, right? And I came up to you, I say, Payton, man, I need you to do this for me. The Mount Rushmore, your Mount Rushmore for quarterbacks, 4 quarterbacks that you would put on the mountaintop. How does that 4 look?
All right, well, you obviously start with the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Okay,
He's
there you
up
go.
there.
There you go. Make it known. Okay.
I guess you got to do Peyton Manning.
Of course.
I mean, it's hard to argue if the Chiefs win today, especially. It's hard to argue that Mahomes isn't up there
Yeah.
at some point.
That's 3.
And then I guess you got to go. Holy cow, I'm drawing a blank. Joe Montana.
You can't go wrong. That list. That's an insane list. That's an insane list. I like that, man.
Yeah.
So I know you say you're not a gamer, man, but I got to ask you. You're part of history. College Football 25 came out.
Yep.
And I know you got all the text, screenshots, and everything. To realize that as a kid probably growing up, you did play video games, put yourself on games, but to be on a video game of that magnitude, how did that feel for you, just to know that?
It was pretty cool. I was one of those guys that played NCAA 14. I think I had 13 too. So I played the game, and so that was pretty cool. To see that and have your other teammates out there too. So you're playing against each other, and you're sitting there like, dang, we're on that game right there on that screen. So it was cool.
I love it, man. So back to the quarterback position, man. So for you as a quarterback, I always hear about film, how film is so important, just watching it from certain ways. If I was a kid coming up to you and I say, Payton, I need to know what's important. What's the most important part about watching film? Like, is it watching tendencies of the defense? What would you say is the most important thing on that?
Yeah, I'd say the most important thing is having a purpose to why you're watching the film.
Yeah.
Anybody can sit and just watch film. Anybody can sit and watch TV. So you have to know what you're looking for. And so, when you're getting ready for a game, you have your game plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there and looking at the formations that we're going to be in, and then I'm watching what their tendencies are. And you watch the personnel tape at some point during the week to see who you want to throw at and who you don't. And then, you lay your game plan on top of that. And so then you figure out, okay, this is what I think I'm going to see. This is where the ball should go. You have to confirm that later on. But, I would say mainly you got to have a purpose to why you're watching the film.
I love that answer. The first time I got that. I love that. You can, like you said, you can just watch film and don't know it, but you got to know what you're watching, right? So let's say I get to the stadium. We're going to forward predict this. You're going to be in the NFL. Let's say we forward predict this. It's your first NFL start. Before the game, everybody's hyped up. They're playing music, getting the crowd out there. You got your headphones in, throwing the football around and stuff. All of a sudden, I look at the Jumbotron. I see your name, and it says "Song by." The song is named after you. What artist does that song for you?
They make a song that's I'm the title?
Yep. It's self-titled.
Oh, man.
You can go dead or
Michael Jackson's an underrated one. I mean, that's the GOAT. But I would say right now, probably Lil Baby just came out with this little album a little bit ago. Been listening to a lot of that lately.
I like that. Okay, man, cool. 2 more questions for me, man. So we don't know if you're going to be teammates with these guys or have to face these guys, right? But let's just say this. If you could pick one receiver in the NFL right now that you would love to complete your first pass to, who would it be?
Jaden Reed. That's easy.
I like that. Last question, man, for me. East-West Shrine Bowl. Obviously, you played against pros your whole life. You've been a part of the Big Ten, the SEC, obviously, as well. Just talk about your experience here. And did you get a chance to meet Michael Vick?
I did. Last night.
How was that for you, man?
It was awesome. It was crazy. Mike Vick's obviously a legend in this game. And so I grew up watching him, too. And to sit there and talk to him, we talked to him for like an hour, me and the other quarterback. So it was awesome. Really cool hearing some of his stories and hearing some advice he had. He's a great dude, and so that was cool. And the entire experience here has been great. I'd say it's been a first-class experience, and but yeah, sitting there, I got to meet Mike Singletary too, which again, as a Chicago guy, that's pretty cool to meet Mike Singletary. So it's been a cool week.
You know what? I do have. It was a follow-up question to my gaming question. So for predict again, you're going to be on Madden, right? And every player, every time the rookie year, something goes wrong with the rating or the look. So I'm gonna ask you on the spot. Let's just say if I knew someone that worked for EA, right?
Yeah.
And I go up and say, man, Payton told me you got to get this right. What is the most important thing that you want to write about your player on Madden?
My speed in NCAA was terrible.
Okay, so we need to get that speed up.
I need my speed up, but that's just from previous complaints with NCAA. So that's why.
I love that, Ed. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, man. I look forward to talking to you again. I know on a Sunday evening after the game, I'm going to be having a conversation with you about what happened at the game and everything. So, man, congratulations. We'll be talking again soon, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Sounds good.
That's it.